Hawaii, a place full of beautiful hikes, pristine beaches, and spectacular sunsets. However, what mysteries lay under that facade?
Nah, just jokes. Number nothing to find these days, honestly. Hi, my name is Sylar Takafuji, and for my Creighton Communities project, I decided to analyze the Creighton Huio Hawaii, or the Creighton Hawaii Club. First, I'll describe this project. In this project, we have to choose a community here on campus and analyze its values and missions from a map, its language, and how it has intellectuals, whether that be traditional or organic. I chose this club, of course, because I am from Hawaii, so it was only natural for me to choose the Hawaii Club. However, I also chose it because they helped me a lot in transitioning from Hawaii to Omaha. So I would like to get a better grasp of the other missions that the club has. The Hawaii Club is classified as a cultural club to Creighton that serves as a support staff to students from Hawaii, but also tries to spread the aloha spirit around campus. It was established in 1948.
The Hawaii Club uses social media as a platform to express their views and values and spell out their main goals and motivations of the club. In looking specifically at their Instagram, their bio has a friendly greeting to anyone who visits the page, telling them aloha, and then saying that they should follow to get updates on events that the club is holding on campus. These words show that the club wants to spread the aloha spirit around campus, not only through their events, but also through their words. Aloha means hello and goodbye in actual translation, but it also has a deeper meaning of being kind, hopeful, and cheerful to anyone around you. Furthermore, when scrolling down the page, videos of men and women doing hula appear, which is from their annual luau. During their luau, they attempt to spread knowledge of the Hawaiian culture through activities, food, and entertainment. This is an integral mission for the club, not only to educate, but also to entertain others about the Hawaiian culture. This photo reveals the club's mission in trying to aid the transition of students from Hawaii to Omaha as the students try to adapt to a new lifestyle and environment. In this photo, the club holds an annual Thanksgiving lunch, as most Hawaii students cannot go home, and thus, in order to make them feel like they have a family at Creighton, they hold this event. The club also holds a annual coat drive, in which students can go out with the Hawaii Club and buy coats for the winter. The final picture of my map is a picture of friends hanging out, with the caption of Paina. Paina is a gathering, most of the time including food, in which friends and family gather to spend time with each other. This represents how the club values friendship and togetherness, as they hold events that serve to bring members of all backgrounds together to meet and interact with each other. Events like these help to bring the Hawaiian hospitality to campus, as it promotes people getting to know each other and just spreading kindness towards one another.
In the Hawaii Club meetings, the language that is spoken has been heavily influenced by Pidgin, which is a collection of slang words or phrases that are commonly used in Hawaii. It could be like saying, "What's up, brah?" when meeting somebody, or when somebody asks you a question, saying, "No can." And while it may seem confusing to most people, to people from Hawaii, it makes a lot of sense to us. It shows how the members of the club bring the feeling of Hawaii to Omaha, even without knowing that they are. The informal language is spoken commonly back in Hawaii, and while it may not seem important, it holds a special place in the hearts of most people from Hawaii. This, for me, helps me to transition to Omaha, as it is a little piece of home that serves to remind me that even though I may not be in Hawaii, I'm still surrounded by people who are from there and can help me. In talking with other people, this sentiment is also true, as it has also helped them to feel more comfortable and get a kind of homey feeling for the Creighton community, especially the Hawaii Club. The Hawaii Club has also taken up trying to teach its members some basic Hawaiian words or phrases, as since we cannot meet in person due to the coronavirus restrictions, then to educate us on the Hawaiian culture, this is a good alternative. The group would normally gather to prepare for the luau, which would primarily include learning hula, the haka, or other traditional Polynesian and Hawaiian dances, as well as some Hawaiian words that may pertain to the luau being held, such as for the food or activities. This is an important aspect as it holds to the club's mission of educating those about the Hawaiian culture and spreading that knowledge of the culture to Omaha. As not everybody in the Hawaii Club is from Hawaii, so it is important to spread this knowledge so that they are able to educate others about the Hawaiian culture. In Ralph Cintron's article, Gangs in Their Walls, Cintron talks about gangs in the Angels Town and the different meanings of the graffiti that they use, and how they use graffiti to communicate with each other. Whether it be violent or disrespectful, the way that each gang communicates their beliefs, ideas, and values are portrayed through their graffiti, with different symbols representing different ideas or values. To the outside world, it may only seem like spray paint on a wall. However, to each gang, it is a form of communication that only they and a few others may know and understand. In the Hawaii Club, this would most likely resemble their language, or more accurately, the slang of Pidgin. Pidgin, as stated before, is a collection of slang words or phrases that to people who haven't lived in Hawaii, they wouldn't necessarily be able to understand it. In this way, it is similar to graffiti, as while it is unknown by those outside of the community, to those inside of the community, it represents their connection to Hawaii. Furthermore, in Carmen Kainar's article, From Candy Girls to Sister Cipher, Kainar talks about the Hush Harbor that was created at Champion State University and how intellect was being garnered there. This community allowed for the creation and sharing of knowledge that could not be said due to the current political climate. The Hawaii Club acts as a sort of hush harbor as it allows its members to create and share knowledge that they have gained over time. What food is good in the area, which professors are the best, and the best way to adapt to the new environment are all common topics at these meetings. More in line with the Hawaii Club would be the teaching of the Hawaii culture, as said before. This would be more of the organic intellectual, as it does not talk about topics that are traditionally thought of as smart or intellectual, but the information is useful nonetheless. This video was at least informative because Lord knows it was not entertaining. Hopefully I have persuaded you to at least consider joining the Hawaii Club, if not actually join it, and thanks for watching. Peace.